In this video about hurricanes, we will be explaining what a hurricane is, how a hurricane is formed, how it intensifies, the technology used to track hurricanes from today and in the past, how a hurricane can be so powerful, and why Hurricane Matthew is more intense than Hurricane Henrietta.
Let's begin with what a hurricane is. Hurricanes are great storms that are fueled by heat. It is defined as a storm with a violent wind, in particular a tropical cyclone in the Caribbean. Hurricanes are fueled by heat in tropical oceans near the equator, a surface temperature that is 80 degrees Fahrenheit or warmer, and the depth and warmth of the ocean determine how powerful a hurricane is.
How are hurricanes formed? Hurricanes are formed in oceans near the equator that have a water temperature of 80 degrees Fahrenheit or higher. The warm air above the ocean rises upward, creating an area of low pressure below. Air from the surrounding areas push in and fill the area with low air pressure, which becomes warm and rises. As the warm, moist air rises, the surrounding air fills in, and this process continues until the water in the air forms clouds. The clouds and wind then spin around and is fueled by the ocean's heat and water vapor. Hurricanes can produce heavy rainfall and wind speeds up to 186 miles per hour.
How does a hurricane intensify? Since hurricanes use warm and moist air as their fuel, warm sea surface temperature can increase the intensity of the storm. Hot towers, which are towering thunderstorm clouds, also fuel the hurricane. These pick up the heat and moisture from the ocean and fuel the hurricane further. Hurricanes with hot towers against the eye wall can intensify and become dangerous. Hot towers can have a height measurement of 6 miles above sea level and can be found in the troposphere and stratosphere, the lowest and second lowest levels of the atmosphere.
How do we track hurricanes? To determine if a hurricane is forming, scientists collect data on the temperature of the ocean, the wind speed, and patterns and trends. When a hurricane is in effect, scientists use TRMM, Tropical Rainfall Measuring Mission. TRMM is a satellite that scans hurricanes and creates a 3D model of the hurricane.
How did scientists track hurricanes 50 years ago? 50 years ago, TRMM was not available. Therefore, pilots would fly directly into hurricanes and measure the pressure, wind speed, eye location, and storm size. They would also take a 2D picture. Now, there is no need for a pilot because of satellites.
What are the dangers of hurricanes? Hurricanes can have damaging aftermaths, but the location of where the hurricane is can determine it. Hurricanes inland can have damaging winds and rain, just like on land. On land, the hurricane dissipates, but hurricanes near water can be the most damaging. Hurricanes near the coast can create storm surges. A storm surge is an abnormal rise of water generated by a storm. Storm surges are caused by storm winds by a hurricane or tropical storm. The most dangerous storm surges are storm surges within a high tide. When a tide is combined with a storm surge, it is called a storm tide. Unfortunately, we can't time the arrival of a storm within the tidal cycle. Storm surges can cause flooding, large waves, and lots of destruction. Hurricanes like these can take out houses and many other buildings. An example of this would include Hurricane Katrina. This hurricane caused much damage and happened at high tide.
Hurricane Michael versus Hurricane Henrietta. Hurricane Michael is located in the mid-Atlantic Ocean across Florida. This hurricane is in an area where the ocean temperature is 86 degrees Fahrenheit to 95 degrees Fahrenheit. Since Hurricane Michael is in an ocean with a water temperature above 50 degrees Fahrenheit, the hurricane will intensify. In Hurricane Michael, there are about 12 hot towers on the eye wall. More powerful hurricanes have hot towers on the eye wall. With the intensified hurricane and higher hot towers, this hurricane will continue to become more powerful. Since the hot towers measure at 15 to 20 kilometers now, they will continue to grow and fuel the hurricane. Since the hurricane will pick up power, the lack of rain in the hurricane now will not be a problem anymore. Increased rainfall will occur and powerful winds will be produced too. While Hurricane Michael intensifies, Hurricane Henrietta will have a different feel. Since Henrietta is in North Atlantic waters, The water temperature is 65 degrees Fahrenheit to 77 degrees Fahrenheit. Hot enough to fuel the storm. Henrietta also has only 3 hot towers, not alongside the eye wall, that are only 12 to 15 kilometers, while there are heavy amounts of rain going on in Henrietta. The hurricane will ultimately lose power when it hits land. The hurricane is already 100 energy because of the decrease of ocean temperature. Henrietta will not be as powerful as Michael.
How to prepare for a hurricane. To strengthen your home for a hurricane, you can trim the trees around your house to prevent branches from causing damage, cover windows to stay safe if any are broken, secure loose outdoor items to make sure your patio umbrella or table doesn't end up in your neighbor's yard, secure all doors, and move your car to a safe place to prevent damage.